Hello students, today we will discuss about herbarium. Herbarium is a collection of preserved plant specimens arranged according to some known system of classification to facilitate identification, nomenclature, and preserve the record of plants. A herbarium is defined as a collection of plants that usually have been dried, pressed, preserved on sheets and arranged according to any accepted system of classification for future reference and study. The specimens may be whole plants or plant parts which are properly dried and pressed, taking care that they retain all essential parts necessary for identification. So certain plants which are either succulent, some plants succulents are otherwise unsuitable for pressing and drying techniques, are preserved in a suitable liquid preservative such as formaldehyde, that 2 to 5% of formalin aceto alcohol. Conifer cones and palm fronds are stored dried in labeled box. Okay. Luca Guinea. It was Luca Guinea developed Pisa Botanical Garden in Italy in 1544. So it was a Luca Guinea who initiated the art of herbarium making by pressing and sewing plant specimens on thick sheets of paper. He is also credited for developing Pisa Botanical Garden in Italy in 1544. So this art was disseminated throughout the Europe by his students. They mounted the specimens on paper and bound them into a book. So, however, later Linnaeus preferred to mount the specimens on single sheets and stored them in horizontally. A practice followed even today. Okay, the word herbarium. The word herbarium was first applied by the Piton D. Tournefort on his book Elements. De Botanica Garden. So the word herbarium was first applied by the Piton D. Tournefort in his book Elements de Botanic Garden in 1694. Okay, so what is the storage of the some succulent plants? 2% of formaldehyde. Generally use it to preservation of the some plant species. That is the 2% of formaldehyde. Some certain plants which are either succulents or otherwise unsuitable for pressing and drying techniques are preserved in suitable liquid preservation such as formaldehyde 2 to 5%, or formalin aceto alcohol. That is the conifer and cones and palm fronds are stored dried in labeled boxes. Okay, then what about the role of herbarium? So a herbarium serves as a safe place for storing pressed plants materials collected from different parts of the world. Thus, they provide at one place basic material for study for flora and vegetation of different places, regions. The classification of world flora is based on herbarium material and associated literature. Big herbaria provide training facilities to young students and research scholars in herbarium practice. So list of endangered specimens of any region can be prepared only by verifying herbarium specimens. So that is the importance of the herbarium. Modern herbaria are utilized as reference centers for identification of plants by botanists doing research work in taxonomy, pharmacology, ecology, agriculture. Okay, so major herbaria of the world, So all of you know about this herbaria, Royal Botanical Garden, Kew in England, and Museum of Natural History, Paris, France, New York Botanical Garden, Bornax, USA, University of California, USA, Botanical Survey of India, Kolkata, India. This is the major herbaria of the world herbarium. Herbarium News. This is the newsletter, Missouri Botanical, from Missouri Botanical Gardens. Okay, Herbaria News. Major herbaria of India. Local, regional, institutional, and national. Botanical Survey of India. This is all of you know about this BSI in Kolkata, in India. Herbarium of the Forest Research Institute, Dehradun. Herbarium of National Botanical Research Institute, Lucknow. Herbarium of BSI, Central Circle, Allahabad. Herbarium of BSI, Eastern Circle, Shillong. So Herbarium of BSI, Southern Circle, Coimbatore. Herbarium of BSI, Botanical Survey of India, Western Circle, Pune. Herbarium of BSI, Northern Circle, Dehradun. So these are the main major herbarium of India. So then we talk about the herbarium preparation. So the preparation and preservation of herbarium specimens involve in the following steps: tools and equipment. Tools and equipment, and then herbarium preparation. What is the steps of the herbarium preparation we will learn. So in herbarium preparation, tools and equipment, the mainly the following field equipments are needed for plant collection and herbarium preparation. These are the field press, blotting papers, old newspapers, field notebook, basculum, hand lens, a pair of scratchers for cutting, woody twigs of plants, a small digger, a trowel for digging up roots, underground pots, a sickle with long handle, pruning shears, and knife to cut pits for trees and shrubs. These are the main field equipment are needed for plant collection and herbarium preparation. So herbarium preparation of field visits and collection of plant specimens. This is the preparation of herbarium involves a series of activities such as collection, pressing, drying, poisoning, and labeling, filling, deposition. These comprises the following steps. This is the collection of plant specimens. First we visit the field visits and then collection of plant specimens. This is the herbarium sheet. Demonstration of herbarium techniques. We will talk about the field press. So it made up of a pair of hardwood, metal, or strong plywood frames of 12 by 18 inches. This is the field press frame. It a pair of hardwood or metal, strong plywood. What is the measurement? 12 inches by 18 inches. And then field notebook. This is the record the data of collection, locality, habitat, botanical name of the plant, elevation, local name, collector name. This is the you have to record in the field notebook. And plant press. This is the plant presses. Cardboard 12 inches, 18 inches, maybe newspapers, and tightened straps also. This is the straps. Place in plant dried into 2 to 3 days. Remove and check if dry. If it is feels cool, not dry. Okay. These are the plant press. This is the newspaper which are used in storage purpose. Field equipment. So in the field equipment, these are the digger, trowels, pruning knives. These are the pruning knives. Okay, shears, cutters, which are used in the collection of the plant. This is the vasiculum. It is a container made up of the tin or aluminum sheet and contain a hinged light lid. Plants which are not pressed in the field are placed in the vacuum to preserve their freshness for some times. Okay, this is the vasculum. This is the vasculum. This is the open. This is the closing opening lid. This one is the okay. When it is used, it is a container made up of tin or aluminum sheet and contain a hinged light lid. Plants which are not pressed in the field, so then are placed in the vasculum to preserve their freshness for some times. So collection of plant specimens. The plant specimen should bear flowers. So you have to know about the how to collect the plants, which type of plants are which type of plants collection of the plant specimens. The plant specimen should bear flowers and fruits. It is the compulsory. Or herbarium plants should be collected with underground pots as far as possible. In case of woody plants, twig of about 25 centimeters with leaves and flowers. Okay. Then it always good to collect 4 to 6 specimens of each plant. The plants collected should be either pressed in the spot or may be collected in the vasculum. Okay, so this is the major points of the herbarium preparation in the collection of plant specimen. First one is that the plant specimen should bear flowers and fruits, or flowers or fruits. Herbarium plants should be collected with underground pots as far as possible. In case of woody plants, a twig of about 25 centimeter with the leaves and flowers, it is always good to collect 4 to 6 specimens of each plant. Each plant collected should be either pressed in the spot or maybe collected in vasculum. Then pressing of specimens. The specimens are carefully displayed on the pressing sheet. Avoid folding or overlapping of parts. The larger specimens may be bent into V or N or W. The pressing sheets along with the specimens are placed one above the other horizontally and are then tightly bound in a plant press. Okay, so this is the pressing and drying sheets of the herbarium. We can see in the pressing, the plants collected should be either pressed in the spot or maybe collected in the vasculum and pressed later in the rest camp or laboratory. And drying, and what about the drying and poison? So for drying, the specimens are changed to dry blotters daily or after 2 to 3 days, depending on the weather condition. Okay, the specimens are changed to dry blotters daily or after 2 to or 3 days, depending on the weather conditions. So first we have to dry the plant, then poisoning. The dried specimens are poisoned by dipping them in a saturated solution of mercury chloride in ethyl alcohol. This is the major poisoning chemical. So the dried specimens are poisoned by dipping them in a saturated solution of mercury chloride in ethyl alcohol. So this is the mercury chloride is a deadly poisonous. It may be handled very carefully. you have to use gloves when poisoning the plant specimens. So, Lurelli pentachlorophenate is a safer substitute of mercury chloride. You also use these chemical substances for poisoning plant species. Okay, then mounting. What is the mounting techniques and stitching? After drying, the plant specimens are mounted on a herbarium sheets or herbarium sheets of standard size. What type of standard size? The standard size of the herbarium sheet is 29 into 42 centimeter. Okay, 29 centimeters. Then length is 42. This much we have to take. The standard size of the herbarium sheet is the 29 into 42 centimeters. They are usually made of durable cord sheets. The dried specimens are glued on the herbarium sheets, and the stem branches can be stitched or glued. You can use glue or with the help of stitching. With the cellophane tape also you can use. It is advisable to mount one specimen on each herbarium sheet. Okay. To be mount one specimen, one each herbarium sheet. And dissected are loose parts. Some parts are flower parts, some parts are and some gynoecium, such as flowers, fruits, seeds are kept in paper packets and pasted to the mounted sheets. Okay, this is the main mounting of the some plant species of the some plant parts. Dissected or loose parts are such as flowers, fruits, seeds are kept in paper packets and pasted to the mounted sheets. And then after the mounting and stitching, then labeling. What is the steps of the after the mounting and stitching? Labeling. So after the mounting the specimen, a label is glued on the lower right corner of the sheet. Okay. So the size and format of the label varieties, but it is about 4.5 into 7.5 centimeter. I will draw. This is the like a herbarium sheet. Sorry, this is the not proper drawing. You can draw. This is the imagine drawing herbarium sheet. After the herbarium sheet of standard size is 29 into 42 centimeter. But after mounting the specimen, a label is glued on the lower right corner, where it is lower right corner. This is the lower right corner of the sheet. The label provides information taken from the field notebook. Okay. The size and format of the label varies, but it is about 4.5 to 7.5 centimeters. So 4, this is the 4 centimeter to 7.5 centimeter length. Okay, so the label must contain the following information: flora of, botanical name of the plant, local name of the plant, family, locality, habitat, collector number, date of collection, local use, collector's name. This is the label must contain the in the herbarium sheet. Okay. Then this is the layout of the herbarium specimen. This is the label provide information taken from the field notebook, and the size and format of the label varies, but it is about 4.5 to 7.5 centimeter. So the labels must contain the that is the flora of plant specimens and botanical name of the plant, local name of the plant, family, locality, habitat, collector's name. Okay, so date of collection, local use, collector's name. This is the example of the herbarium sheet. This is the already label in the bottom right hand corner with the other label and capsule above. Plant to left of label. If the specimen is large, you can attach the label on the right hand side to flap over the specimen. This is the this is the right mounting the specimen and the herbarium sheet. This is the wrong position. Okay. Then filling and storing. So the mounted and properly identified specimens are stored systematically in special wooden or steel cabinet with the pigeon holes. So the specimen sheets are filled inside folders, which are various colors indicating specimens, genus, family, geographical area. So in most of the Indian herbaria, the specimens are arranged according to Bentham Hooker. According to Bentham Hooker system of classification. So the herbarium specimens are required proper care for long-term storage. They must be protected against damages by fungi, bacteria, and insects by periodically fumigation with chemicals. So it is the must use the periodically fumigation with chemicals. The moth balls and naphthalene flakes kept inside the cabinet check the insects. DDT may also be used as an insect repellent. Okay. So this is the herbarium cabinets. These all are the herbarium cabinets. Which are the specimen sheets are filled inside the folder, which are various colors indicating specimens, genera, and genes and genus and family, geographical area. So in most of the Indian herbarium, the specimens are arranged according to Bentham Hooker classification. So this is the herbarium, about the herbarium. Thank you.